Good morning and welcome back, everyone. We're continuing to see that clear sky, so the lack of any clouds to act like a blanket and keep in the heat for us rapidly drop down temperatures, especially for those of us to the east side of the mountains where we're waking up to 30s and 40s, just 42 degrees now in Klamath Falls. The cold spot, though, it's out in Alturas where you're 37 degrees, a little bit warmer as we push into the valleys, some 40s and 50s to start off your morning. And of course, the hot spot out there, it's staying over in Brookings where your early morning temperatures already 69 degrees. Now, the big contributor for most of us with these temperatures is going to be the clear sky, giving us a big warm up throughout the day and knocking down temperatures for your afternoon. But the things that's keeping us a little bit warmer in Brookings is actually the wind. We're going to continue to watch that northeasterly breeze pick up throughout the rest of the day and result in that Chetco effect, or that case in which we have air moving from land to sea, pushing over the mountains, condensing and heating up as it moves over the mountains. Then it travels down the Chetco River, depositing that big pocket of warm air right over Brookings. So that's why Brookings, like we saw yesterday, going to be much warmer than the rest of the coastline. For now, since we do have that light and variable breeze, it's making for some perfect conditions for some fog around the coast as well. Right now, Crescent City visibility being knocked down to just 4 miles because of the fog, and even denser fog up toward the North Bend area. Visibility now being reported at just 1 mile. And of course, the biggest contributor to both the fog and that shift in your wind is also going to be linked to high pressure. High pressure is this big pocket of dry air that's sitting over us. It's going to continue to give us that northeasterly breeze that'll pick up along the coastline throughout the day. And another thing you may have noticed, hardly even a cloud in the sky. That's also going to be fueling a bit of a warm up for us. Now, temperatures like yesterday going to be climbing up closer to 90 degrees in the Brookings area. And like we've been talking about, that's all thanks to that northeasterly wind. So the higher the wind speeds are, the quickly we'll be able to start to warm things up because we have more of that hot air heading our way. Now, notice the temperature difference between there and Crescent City. Like yesterday, even though you're very close neighboring city, you're going to see a temperature difference of about 20 degrees. So the rest of us will be just a little bit above normal, seeing those 60s and 70s still out there with plenty of sunshine. Lots of sunshine will continue to warm things up over in Northern California's valley. So even though it's a cool start to your morning, definitely want to make sure you're layering up if you're sending the kiddos out to the bus stop, because we're looking at highs near 90. Off to the east side of the mountains, a climb of about 5 degrees from yesterday. So that means mid-80s in store for most of our area. And again, like we were talking about, the clear sky is going to keep early morning lows down into the 30s and 40s. Similar story in those higher elevations where clear sky having two big impacts on the temperature. Cool to start off your morning, but warming up near 90 for Prospect and some mid-70s later on this afternoon in Crater Lake. Temperatures typically this time of the year in southern Oregon's valleys top off in those mid-80s. We're going to see high temperatures, though, today about 10 degrees above that, so some low to mid-90s in store for that first day of school for many of us. And across the coastline for the next few days, still going to be watching out for that chance for early morning fog. But after we get rid of that northeasterly breeze, we're losing that Chetco effect and watching temperatures by the end of the week fall down to those 70s and 80s. So still a little bit warmer out in Brookings. East side of the mountains, temperatures only continuing to climb as we head toward the end of the work week. We're going to see high temperatures in the mid-80s today, mid-90s by your Friday. And another thing you're going to notice, as those high temperatures rise, so will the lows. So we will continue to watch for a very slim chance to see any frost advisories or freeze warnings out there as we wrap up the week thanks to this warm up. Northern California's valleys going from mid-90s today up closer to 100 degrees on Friday. So getting another full taste of summer out there. Same thing right here in the Rogue Valley, mid-90s, so about 10 degrees above normal, and lower 100s by your Friday.